This is hard. Car fights are the worst with kids. Okay, let's talk prevention instead of punishment here. Um, Prevention, if we can if we can prevent something, it's always so much easier. And I think in this situation, now of course, hindsight is great, right? In this situation, I would have let him take his glove to school because I think there was probably some obsession going on around getting this glove to school. So I think it was he was worked up about it already. That's why everything went downhill from there. It really downhill, right? So he was already worked up about it. I think what I would have done is I would have said, you can put your glove in the car, and when we get to school, we're going to ask, and a lot of times they have car assistants, or we're going to walk to the door of your classroom and make sure with your teacher that it's okay for you to have the glove at school. That probably could have prevented this. And the reason I say this is because anytime you can kind of delay a no or delegate a no with a kiddo who is this worked up about something, anything, then you're winning, especially when you can delegate it. And in that way, you're delegating it because you know that somebody's going to say no. But you're saying, let's try. Sure, let's try. So it really positions you with the child instead of against the child. So that's something I would say just for the future. Try to delay or delegate the no. And maybe it would be something where you walk to the classroom and the teacher would be like, oh, not today, but you know what? Friday is show and tell, so you can bring it Friday. Or, sure, but I'm going to keep it by my desk until recess. You never know. You never know what they would have answered. It's really hard to give a child an appropriate consequence in the car. If you're not in a hurry and the child is very small and can't like get out of their car seat, I might say, stop the car, get out of the car, and tell your child, I will get right back in the car as soon as you stop screaming, and then you stand by the child until they stop screaming. So that's something you can do sometimes, but because he's the bigger one and she's the little one, it would have been too much to try to get her out of the car too, and he could have gotten out of the car too. It could have gotten really messy, is what I'm saying. This is already, like, he was already kind of unraveling there, right? I think that I would let him know, buddy, if you keep bothering your sister, I am going to have a special treat for her when I pick you guys up from school. If you keep making this car ride so hard for her, I'm going to have a special treat for her when I pick you up from school. But if you can stop now, I'll have a special treat for both of you guys. It's up to you. And a special treat at these ages, honestly, can be a Rice Krispie treat. It doesn't have to be something big. It's just something to get the momentum, get to stop kind of that unraveling that's happening. And this really is all about the baseball glove. So we could also go back to the baseball glove in this conversation and say, hey, buddy, if you can stop bothering your sister right now, tomorrow I will let you bring the glove and we can ask your teacher together if you can have the glove at school or not. How's that? So we do want to go back and kind of address the situation that is triggering this, because a lot of times if we just address the pushing, the cussing, the name calling, but that's not the trigger, then the behavior is not really going to stop. It's just going to escalate. And it's so easy to escalate car behaviors because everybody's kind of in a panic about them, right? So I don't want to escalate this because it's one parent, two kids in the car, and you know, car stuff is always dangerous because it's always so distracting. And sometimes kids will take off their shoes and hit their parents with it, or pull their parents' hair while they're driving. I mean, I've had kids do all sorts of really scary things in cars. So that's why I say we don't want to escalate anything in the car. We want to try to help them resolve whatever happened, try to find a resolution for it, or create some sort of, they're going to get a treat or you're both going to get a treat. Like, how do you want this to play out, bud? Like, I know you're disappointed. And of course, it goes without saying, although it's very hard to do, for us to stay calm ourselves when all of this is happening, for us to stay like in a problem solving mode instead of in a mode of, now you've lost your Nintendo, now you've lost um now you've lost the baseball glove for a week, and then now you've lost family movie night. And we don't want to do that. That's the last thing we want to do, is start piling on consequences for a kid who's already unraveling and you can't control the environment, right?